Hello, everyone. Hello again, and welcome to Duarte View Live, Episode 3. Today, we have none other than Dr. Gordon Amerson, Superintendent of the Duarte School District, here to give us an update on what's going on over there at the school district. Doctor?
Absolutely, Vic. Pleasure to be here today. Super excited to have this conversation, talk about all the wonderful things that are happening in the Duarte Unified School District right now. We have welcomed all of our students back this August to in-person instruction. We've got robust teaching and learning happening on our campuses. Our students are back. Activities are happening. Athletics are happening. Field trips are happening. It feels like we're being able to move forward. However, we're being hyper-vigilant about making sure that we focus on keeping all of our students, staff, and community healthy and safe. So we're continuing to make sure that we have our COVID-19 protocols in place, and we're continuing to make sure that we focus on those key things. We've been really fortunate as a school district to make sure that we kept really focused on that teaching and learning while we were in distance learning. But now as we come back, we can start to expand on this innovative programs and services that we offered during distance learning and really start to kind of amplify the innovation and the cutting edge things that we're doing. So we're super excited about that, but there's more going on in our school district. We were really blessed by the voters of the Duarte community in November of 2020 to pass Measure S, $79 million facilities bond, which is going to enable us very soon to break ground on a brand new high school gymnasium at Duarte High School. This is a transformational project that is going to offer our students a top-notch facility to perform in, to compete in, and a great showcase place for our community to come and enjoy events and activities. We're super excited about that, but there's more. Our district and our board, we're engaged in really important conversations about our school district, the long-term strategic planning, the long-term innovative programs and things that we want to do. We're talking about right-sizing our district, maximizing our facilities, maximizing the teaching and learning that we have for all of our students in our preschool through grades 12. And so there's more to come. There's more wonderful planning and opportunities, and we're going to engage this community and work with you hand in hand to make sure that you know what we're doing and you can be supportive of the wonderful work and the wonderful opportunities that we're going to produce for our scholars. And so excited, more to come. Back to you, Vic.
Wow, there's so much going on over there at the school district. I mean, you guys are really doing a great job over there, especially with that Measure S funding. I'm proud of the community. Applause to everybody who was involved in that and what you're doing for our children there in the school district, Doctor. And now let's find out what else is happening in Duarte. What's happening in Duarte, Duarte?
Hi, I'm Sebastian Guzman. I'm here with the mayor,
Brian Odias.
and we're going to ask him a couple questions. So, how long have you been mayor?
This is my whole year. It's a one-year term, so my term actually ends this December. And then we'll rotate and select a new mayor.
Okay, and what are a couple things that you have done as mayor?
As mayor, during the coronavirus pandemic, we've actually had a lot of resources for our residents and then also for our businesses. We've implemented, rental assistance, an eviction moratorium. We've had food drives. We've had different programs and then also assistance for the small businesses that were suffering during the pandemic. So that's been mainly my number one priority, is getting us through the pandemic, getting vaccinations, testing, and just making sure our community, recovers and that we're able to thrive post-pandemic.
Well, thank you for helping. You helped a lot, actually. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you again later today.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Gallo with Duarte View. And you are?
Gordon Amerson, Superintendent of Schools. Good morning.
How long have you been working for the school?
This is my fourth year as a Superintendent of Schools for Duarte Unified.
What was your first goal going into this?
Well, it was really to come and learn about the community and really all the wonderful things that are happening here in Duarte. And over the last 3 years now, starting year 4, this is an amazing community with amazing schools and amazing kids. And what I really want to try to get accomplished is just to make the school system better for all of our kids so it makes the city of Duarte a better place.
How do you think overall that would affect the community of Duarte?
I think the source of any good city and any good community are good schools. So when you have good schools, it creates good graduates, and those good graduates go out into the community and become good citizens within that community. And so it's really about that, the very basic bottom line of creating great schools so we can create great cities and great communities.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Nicholas Gallo with Duarte View, and you are?
Keith Lott.
How long did it take you to, whip up your car like this?
I bought it in 2007, brand new, so it's been a work in progress. It's still stock actually. It's a California special, 2007 pre-release, and so leaving it stock leaves it classic, leaves it so it's all original, and actually part of a worldwide California special club with California specials from all over, from Norway and Sweden, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Canada. So it's a big club for California specials.
What would you say is like your favorite thing about this car that sort of blows it out of the park for other cars?
It's a Mustang. It's a Mustang. I mean, there's nothing like a Mustang. It was the first and real original muscle car, and then all the other corporations came in after that. So this is my fourth Mustang, and it's my last. So I've been the gamut. So a lot of guys in our club, the Route 66 Mustang Club here in Glendora, locally. Some guys have 6, 7 Mustangs. Other guys have a couple. I have 1, 2. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We do a lot of cruises and we do a lot of car shows too. So.
What's your other Mustang?
That's a 1965 coupe that my 38-year-old son has up in Sacramento, and I bought it for him when he was 14. So it's still a work in progress, and he still has it. So it's fun. It's good stuff.
Thank you. It was really nice talking to you.
You too, man.
Have a
Take
good
care.
one.
You guys have fun.
But there's something about me having like 20 minutes of kids going on a train. The best thing is get somewhere where no one's gonna bother you.
My personal goal has been to support the community and to make sure that we are providing the best educational opportunities for our students here in Duarte. So we connected, the music that you hear today, the students are in schools every day and we're connecting with families. We feel like we're connecting together to make Duarte really the best place to live.
Thank you very much.
What a great segment. Created, as I understand, by the creating creators over at MIT. Isn't that right, Dr. Amerson?
Yeah, that's correct, Vic. We are super fortunate to have really talented artists and burgeoning filmmakers, editors, video editors, camera operators at MIT. We've been really fortunate to have a partnership with an organization, Creating Creators, who has literally helped our MIT scholars become quite storytellers, right? To be able to get behind a camera and capture real things in real life and then tell those stories. It's really talented. And the kids are super talented. They're super excited to really take these skills and then put them to work. And at one of the biggest events of the year in the city, the citywide picnic. And so this is a great showcase opportunity for them. We're grateful to Creating Creators and the leadership of our principal, Kevin Morris, over at MIT for being able to kind of cultivate and bring these types of opportunities together for our scholars so that way they can showcase their talents out in our community. It's really great.
Wow. I'm very impressed at what a talent pool they got over there at MIT. And all I can say is all these kids have a big future in Hollywood. I can see it. And now, a word from our sponsors, who this couldn't be possible without.
City of Hope was founded to make a difference in people's lives, to give hope to people who've been diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening diseases.
Right now, we're in the forefront of medicine.
This is one of the places where most of the breakthroughs have happened.
They want a cure, and they're pushing us for a cure, and they're right to do that because we can do it.
It's about making people whole. Our care does aim for that, preserving who people are.
You get to see the amazing things that these people then go out and do in their life. If you can liberate them from this disease that brought them to us in the first place.
Good evening. I'm Adam Knight. I'm the current board president of the Duarte Chamber of Commerce. I hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Today, I've got a quick tip on how to maximize and get the most out of your chamber membership. There's two parts to this. Number one, first and foremost, you do have to be a member to take advantage of this tip that I'm going to share with you. If you're not a member, I would urge you to consider joining. You don't have to be a business to join. You can also be a resident member to take advantage of the great opportunities that we offer. The second part of this is our free promotional opportunities. If you're a member, you can go to our website, www.duartechamber.com, and click on the promotional opportunities page, and you'll see the link below here to take you directly there. Once you're on that page, you can fill out our form and submit a promotion. The promotion could be of an event that you have coming up. It could be of an item or a sale that you're running, or just some information that you'd like to share with the community. Every Wednesday, the Duarte Chamber emails approximately 3,000 plus people that are on our distribution list, and we will include you in that distribution as long as the content is still relevant and current. There's no limit to how many times you can participate in this free promotional opportunity. So if you have a promotion once a month, once a quarter, once a week, all you have to do is fill out that form whenever you have a promotion, submit it, and we'll include it. If you would also like, we can do a dedicated email blast for only $40. You can fill out that same form, just check the box saying that you would like it to be a standalone email blast, and then we'll go ahead and send out an email blast to our members without being included in our standard Wednesday one. It'll be a standalone blast. The Duarte Chamber would love to promote every opportunity that our members have, but if we don't know about them, we can't submit them, we can't put them out there. So we need your help in providing us with that information. Again, go to duartechamber.com and fill out your promotional opportunities. This has been Adam Knight, your board president of the Duarte Chamber of Commerce, providing you with another tip on how to get the most out of your chamber membership. Have a good evening, Duarte.
Thank you again to the sponsors. And now it's time for our member spotlight, our first one of two today. And I'm going to kick it back over to Dr. Amerson because I frankly have talked enough.
Thank you, Vic. It is my pleasure to introduce our member spotlight, Sister Marie Estelle, the new CEO of Santa Teresita, a true gem and a jewel right here in Duarte. And it's a wonderful organization to see the sisters in and throughout the community. And I'm looking forward to sharing the spotlight on Sister Marie Estelle.
Well, thank you, Vic and Dr. Emerson. So today I'm here at Santa Teresita with our CEO, Sister Marie Estelle. So Sister, thank you for having me here today.
It's a great gift to be here with you, have you here with us, and we love the city of Duarte. We've been here for many years, so looking forward to just sharing more about us.
Yeah, lovely. I know that Santa Teresita has a rich history in the city of Duarte, and you guys have been around for, what, 90 years? Can you give me a little history on Santa Teresita?
Certainly. So yes, last year during COVID, we had our 90th. So a lot of the celebrations got paused, as did all of our lives during COVID. So yes, so in 1930, our mother foundress, Mother Lucita, was able to obtain a small loan for about $23,000 for the property. There were 5 little buildings, and opened a TB sanatorium. So caring for young women, mostly Hispanic. The sisters had just come from Mexico and were still learning English. And we had a hospital in Mexico. And so they definitely, part of their mission was to serve those who were sick and in greatest need. And so among all the beautiful orange groves here, before they opened with very little amount of money and a bunch of hope and great joy to be able to serve here in the United States when they came.
Wow, that's a really rich history, and that sounds awesome. I mean, I can't imagine what $22,000 gets you today, but that was a lot of money back in the day to get you started into this beautiful, hospital today, and the campus that we're at. That's really awesome.
Yes.
Which brings me to the next question. What is your mission here at Santa Teresita?
Well, Santa Teresita has evolved as a neighborhood of care, and so we are at the service of the family for life. And like you said, so tuberculosis, that pandemic ended, and we became an acute hospital in 1955, and then in 2004 we transitioned to focus specifically on seniors with our assisted living cottages and skilled nursing. And so that importance to really create a campus that's like a neighborhood where families are welcome, children, animals, faith, and really embracing the whole human person. We know that the nursing home system over the years has really failed us. And so we took to heart and to prayer, what do they need? And they need to belong. They need it. They know they'll get their medical needs met anywhere, but how do we meet their personal needs, their family needs, a need for belonging, a need to combat loneliness, helplessness, and boredom. And that can become really, it's something that I think the COVID-19 pandemic has also exacerbated, this idea of isolation. And so we are here to exist to see the beauty of every person, no matter age or disability, that they're beautiful, and we want to continue to help them live their life to the fullest.
Yeah, that's such an important part in today's society that we live in, especially like you mentioned with the pandemic. So many people have been staying at home by themselves, and this is really a great place for a lot of people who want to get out of that and meet different people. So I think it's really awesome. Which leads me to my next question. I know quite a few people that are actually born here in this hospital originally.
Yes.
And I've had clients who stay at your cottages here, and I've visited. They find it very lovely, and I think it's very lovely, which brings me to the question of what kind of services do you guys offer here?
So we are a 12-acre campus that has 2 accredited assisted living facilities, and we're very proud of those because those are really very home-like. So we went back, the sisters, when they started the TB sanatorium, the young women lived in cottages. So we resurrected that first inspiration and created cottages for our elders to really encourage individuality, but also community. And so each of the homes of our cottages can have up to 26, but 22 is if everybody has their own room. So a beautiful life of meeting all the different needs. So we have activities starting to begin to go out again. We're using our vans, going out, and celebrations a little bit more normal than they have been. And then also our 99-bed skilled nursing facility, the Manor. So, and that's for those that need a little bit more assistance 24 hours a day. And we have both Medi-Cal, Medicare accreditations from the government.
Wow. It sounds incredible. You guys are still in person handling your patients, one at a time. So, which begs the question, how have you guys been challenged with the pandemic? How have you guys overcome it? What have you guys been doing to overcome that?
Yeah, it's, whenever challenges come up, it's an opportunity to really shine the brightest and to pull together. And we saw some incredible moments as we walked through this year together. One of the incredible things is that families were not allowed to come. So we had to quickly, step up our digital platforms and how are we communicating with families and connecting them, because it's just so vital. So we had a couple, and she lives here with us, and they had their 60th wedding anniversary. So we made her a little veil, and over Zoom, they kind of renewed their vows and had that celebration together. So we've had to be very creative to be able to link the families, but then also we hold a year of memories that families didn't have that opportunity. So it's also been a great gift to continue to share with our families and help them to feel that they haven't missed out. And so we had couple little outbreaks in our manor throughout this pandemic, and we are really grateful for the positive outcomes we had. We had victory parties when they got to leave the COVID unit, and 102-year-olds walking out of the COVID unit. So we thank God. It's been definitely a challenge and has hardships, but we are grateful that community being such a pillar here, that's what's helped us to continue to navigate these days.
Yeah, that's a really incredible story. Allowing a couple to celebrate the 60th year anniversary, that's very, very creative. I think that's really awesome. So for our viewers that are watching out there, is there any other messages that you'd like to share with them?
Well, one of the things is we are here. The hospital did close in 2004, but we still are here as a vibrant part of our community. We also have a medical office building that services the San Gabriel area with various doctors, and we just would welcome you to schedule a tour, come visit us, and as we open up little by little, we hope to be able to invite the greater community back again.
Yeah, I would love to see everybody come out here and visit Santa Teresita's campus. It's a lovely campus. I really appreciate you having us here. Before I leave out here, I do want to ask you, you guys have been part of the chamber for over 30 years now.
Yes.
What impact has the chamber had on Santa Teresita?
Well, just like our value of community, we know that we cannot exist and thrive without being part of the greater community. And Duarte is the city of health. We have a beautiful city of hope, and we hope to also contribute along with the various other services, especially for seniors, that are available here in Duarte. It just speaks a lot to the commitment that this community has for its citizens, and we are proud to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think the one clear message that you've spread throughout this entire thing is that community is so important. So I appreciate you being with us for over 30 years, and just hope to continue to see Santa Teresita thrive. So thank you, sister, for being with us today.
Yeah, such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Vic and Dr. Emerson.
Santa Teresita, they've been a Duarte Chamber member for 30 years. Congratulations and welcome, CEO Sister Marie Estelle. Sister, if you could find some time to say a little prayer for me, I could use all I can get. And now on to our second member spotlight with my co-host, Dr. Gordon Emerson. Doctor?
Thanks, Vic. It's my pleasure and a privilege to introduce the next member spotlight. And so I'd like to introduce Board President Reina Diaz and City Council member Margaret Finley, who recently traveled to El Salvador for a humanitarian trip, doing really, really meaningful work in the communities throughout the country of El Salvador, and really, really pleased to share this spotlight.
Good evening, Vic and Dr. Emerson. Adam Knight here with the Duarte Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today with Council Member Margaret Finley and School Board Member Reina Diaz. Today they're actually representing Kiwanis and Rotary clubs out of Duarte. I understand the two of you just had a joint humanitarian venture. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
It was an amazing trip in having two organizations getting together to be able to help people in El Salvador and Guatemala. It was amazing. It was thousands of help of pens, pencils, Crayolas, and books, and it was just amazing to be able to give.
This particular trip was a joint venture between Kiwanis and Rotary, and we did some fundraising, and Reina has some contacts down there, and so we were able to work with these different contacts. I think it's important to note that everyone that went on this trip, we all paid our own way and we paid our own expenses down there because we didn't want the money that had been donated to go to anything other than directly to the people. So we had no administrative costs, no nothing. This was just to go ahead and give to the people. Now, I think Reina can concur with this. There were basically three groups of people that we gave to. The first one I'll let Reina explain about. It's Fusalmo. That's where we went. Fusalmo is an organization in El Salvador, and the location we went to was in a suburb of San Salvador called Soyapango. So go ahead, Reina.
Thank you. So Fusalmo is an amazing, outstanding organization. They have three locations: San Salvador, Santana, and San Miguel, and they oversee about 7,000 to 9,000 kids during the year. These kids are learning about technology, about robotic, everything that they would not have access if it was not for Fusalmo, because the schools are not, they cannot give that kind of education to public schools. Private schools is different. And so Fusalmo has been focused in education before going to school or after coming to school.
And the thing that was interesting, Reina, at least to me, was I thought because of the way the society is set up, it would be mostly males that were there, and it was mostly the females, and they were so interested in the robotics. They were having tug-of-war robotics fights on the floor, and the 3D printers. These kids were designing things and then making these 3D objects with the printers. So
that's wonderful. Yeah. I mean, when you hear people talking about going on humanitarian ventures like this, you know, you normally expect the crayons, the pencils, but when you start talking about robotics, I mean, that's great because you're really helping to elevate the education there and bring it up to the higher standards. So that's wonderful.
And these are not children from wealthy backgrounds. They live many times in shacks with dirt floors. Yes. So by learning all of these technological tricks, so to speak, with computer-aided drafting and robotics and 3D printing, we felt that this was an opportunity to break the cycle of poverty for these young people.
It's amazing.
It is. And the president of Fusalmo came about three years ago, and he went and visited MIT, and that's when he saw the 3D printer. And so through my friends and my family, we were able to buy a 3D printer for them, which they still use right now.
That's amazing. And this segment is actually being recorded by the children at MIT. So it's kind of a full circle thing that we've got here. So you never know, maybe Creating Creators will be down there one day.
The second group that we worked with was someone that Reina has known for many, many years, and she's a little bit older right now, but she has taken on 17 orphans, and she is raising them, and it's kind of up on the hillside, so it's outside of the city, but she is raising them, and Reina has known her for some time. So we took a lot of the school supplies there, because that was something that she needed, and obviously we donated money to her because of the work that she's doing. with the young people. And finally, Raina, one of the real highlights of the trip for me was going up into Guatemala and working with the indigenous people up there. And I'll just give a little bit of a base here, and that is because of supply chain issues right now, there's food supply chains have been altered because of COVID right now. And so we went up into the hillsides with the people up there, and that is the poorest of the poor up there. So I'll turn it over to Raina.
Right, there is a small portion up on the hill with people who live really poor. Really, they live on just having corn and tortillas and frijoles, which is beans, and that's it basically. And they earn like $4 a day. I mean, it's tough to see that people. It's tough to see how they live and know how blessed we are here, that we have a lot. But it's great to be able to gather together Kiwanis and Rotary this time, and many people around the community that were able to help us to deliver some items that they need, including toothpaste. For them, it's a luxury. And we were able to go in a small store, and we were looking everywhere to find about 100 toothpaste. And it's hard to explain for me because I do understand that they are living a life which they don't know where is on the other side. And when you don't know what is on the other side, you're okay. But when you know that they are living in that side and I am living in this side, it is hard. But I will tell you something. I share with my friends, and I will share with this community today and with you. I don't know what is to be poor. I don't know how poor people live. I don't know how they eat. I don't know what poor is. But I know that when I was 13 years old, my mother left with her kids, including me, from an abusive relationship. And we went in high up in a hill, and we sleep in cardboards. I took showers with rainwater. I went to a public faucet to carry water to be able to cook. We cooked and threw rocks in the floor. We used it was not a toilet, it was a wood thing with 2 holes. And there were 4 families living in this place. There was 4 small rooms made of wood and metal sheets. But I was happy. So I don't know what it is to be poor because I was happy. And sometimes inside of us is where we can feel that we are poor. So those kids up there, you can explain how the little boy was playing and what he was using, and he was so happy to be playing on the floor.
He had a wheel of a bike. No tire on it, just a little wheel of a bike. And he was just happy just rolling it on the floor. Now, we also saw, it looked like possibly his brother, because we were in their houses there. The brother, who was 8 or 9 years old, could not walk. We don't know what it is. I'm sorry we didn't have a medical professional with us at that time, but that's something that Raina and I are going to take a medical professional down there next time, possibly have them look and see what this is. Was it a broken leg at birth? Is this a hip? Is this a knee? And look about bringing him up to the United States and possibly having some work done for him at Shriners Hospital. So these are all things, when you go down there, I recognize it's like spitting in the ocean, but it's so important to be able to help others. And we had some young people go with us on this trip. I think their eyes were opened. I'm sure. And it's, as we said with this, we really serve 2 different people, 2 different organizations. One, to plan for the future and break that cycle of poverty. And number 2, with the indigenous people, it was getting them food because they didn't know where their next meal was coming from. So overall, it was an amazing trip, and I appreciate Raina doing so much with all of her contacts in Central America to get this going. And we'll be doing another trip within probably a year down there.
Well, we really appreciate both of you and everybody that went with you. And thank you on behalf of the Duarte community. I mean, it's very humbling to hear those types of stories. And I think oftentimes as a small community, we get kind of tied up in our world. And, you know, we get tied up with what's happening at the school district or the city council or, you know, whatever is happening in the day-to-day of our lives, and we forget about the fact that there's others in need that we have an opportunity to make a difference on. So thank you both very much, and we're excited to see what comes next out of this partnership and future trips. And with that, Vic and Dr. Emerson, back to you.
Wow, what a wonderful video. It really showcases this humanitarian effort that Board President Diaz and Councilwoman Finley engaged. And I want to just recognize their ongoing commitment to both Rotary and Kiwanis, as they were representing Rotary and Kiwanis in this humanitarian trip. Just a wonderful experience, and again, doing really wonderful things for the people of El Salvador. I'll turn it back over to Vic.
That's some truly heartwarming stuff that our community members are doing over there. And this brings us to the conclusion of our show. So I'd just like to thank our sponsors with whom this could not be possible without. And also just remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you at Duarte View Live episode 4. Have a good night, everybody.